Today's adventure takes us to Darien, Illinois, and to Cass Cemetery. Now this is a really old pioneer cemetery going back to the 1830s. There's about 360 graves here. Actually still an active cemetery. They are still selling plots here, although I don't know if anyone's been buried here in the last little while. But this cemetery originally was farmland by Elisha Smart. He owned this farm. He owned the farmland. He is buried here. We're going to find his grave today. And we'll see what else we can find. So why don't you come with me as we explore Cass Cemetery. What a beautiful old cemetery here in Darien, Illinois. Have this massive oblique. Let's see what name's on this. Cora, it looks like. H. Wife of Delbert Oldfield, it looks like. Let's see, January 28th. 1867, September 14th of 1891, I believe. So not very old at all. Very nice. Looks like Lucy, perhaps, on that one. Very worn. I see daughter of William. Can't quite make out the last name. Kip. Died, looks like 1880 something. 24 years old, so not very old at all. There's Joel Wells, 1814 and 1900, and Mrs. Joel Wells. Don't even put her first name, just Mrs. Joel Wells, and that's 1818 to 1888. And we have Augustus here, probably their son. What I'm guessing died 1871 there. Got a William Wells here, 1858 to 1892. Not very old for him. Got Laura, 3 years old. And then Gracie over there, 8 years old, died. They both died 1882. Look at that. How sad is that? Sisters. One died January 4th. Laura did. And the next day, Gracie passed away. And here it says children of, it's like Dr. J.B. Hard to make out the last name. M-A-I-L-L. Millie, perhaps. So sad. Lose two children one day apart. Very sad. Check out these over here. Albert there. Mary, it looks like on that one. Laura, it looks like on that one. Nice stone there. Let me say mother here. And next to it is father. Look at this lane. This is about ready to fall over. Let's go over a little bit of history of this cemetery. So the cemetery was originally, the land was originally donated by the Smart family. Elisha Smart and his wife Eliza arrived here in 1838. And they settled on this land to farm it. They had 10 children. And these are so old, they're just no identifiable marks whatsoever. And in 1853, Elisha got gold fever. He headed out to California to try to strike it rich. And in fact, he did strike it rich. And he came back here and bought more land with his winnings, or his pay dirt, I should say, or his father and mother, it says. Chessman is the name. So he bought more farmland when he came back. Lydia Chessman, 66 years of age, 1874. And he donated some of the farmland that he had to this cemetery. Some stones here into the ground. See that in a lot of these older cemeteries. This must be a plot marker for a family. See one there as well. You do see that a lot in these older cemeteries. Tombstones sink into the ground, and unfortunately, usually that's the last you see of them. Julia here. Mary, it looks like. These are all very hard to read. These are all from the same time period. Here's William. Looks like he died, looks like 1850 something. I'm not sure what the family is that has these stones. Charlotte, it looks like. And then we have Alora over here with the handshake, barely visible. I want to check out this one. This one's kind of hiding here. Daniel Rainey, it looks like, age 52, 1857. Remarkable, absolutely remarkable. Here's a tombstone, father and mother, it says, of Thomas Andrews. And I believe it's his wife. Can't see. Melissa should be her name. Yeah, there it is right there, Melissa Andrews. So Thomas was another pioneer that came here. Now, he came to Chicago. Well, he lived in Vermont. And he was married. Had 2 kids. His first wife died in 1827. He came to Chicago in 1833. He had some trouble finding work at first. He was going to return to Vermont. And here's the stone with all of his kids. He had quite a few kids on that. And he did get a job driving a team of oxen. And then shortly after that, he got a job in carpentry. And he built the Tremont House and John Kinsey's warehouse in Chicago. That was the first warehouse built in Chicago. And he had a hand in building that. And later in life, a little bit later, he was appointed the first postmaster of Cass Post Office, which was in this area here. So little history on Thomas there. We got Frank. Beautiful stone. Only 3 months old, 9 days. And then Mary, Died in 1867, 9 days old. So unfortunately, 2 of their children died. J.T. Chilvers, 52. And we have Alice Chilvers. She lived to the ripe old age of 73. And you see Chilvers there. So they had 2 children. Unfortunately, both of them passed away young. What do we have here? Hard to see what that says. Lusannah, Lusannah. Something Fitch, it looks like. Died 1875. See, 1881 is the date on that stone. And here we are coming up onto the Smartstone. And here's the man who owned this property, who donated this land to become a cemetery, Elisha Smart, 1816-1902. And Eliza, his wife, right here. Very nice monument for the Smart family. And behind me is another monument that says Smart on it. Perhaps their children. Let me see if it says anything. Nothing on this side. But we do have a large monument here. It says Mary Smart, July 4th, 1817 to January 27th, 1909. We have Joseph Smart, only 27 years of age. Looks like 1847. And Mary, 1854. Looks like William Smart, 67 years of age, 1876 on that side. Very nice monument for the Smart family. I saw this marker. I thought it was interesting. This obviously is not an original marker, but it's very nice. Lucy, wife of Parley S. Tubbs. Lucy died 1864, 30 years old. I just thought that was a really nice marker. Got one here with, I believe, the finger pointing upward. Ernest, who died in 1890, and Nancy, 1898. What a beautiful cemetery. Beautiful cemetery. Emmanuel Daly, 1864, and Mary Daly, 1868. Lois Daly, probably their children, 1914, and Dorinda, 1937 on that one. A lot of markers in here. And here we do have a Civil War marker, Sergeant John Valine, Company K, 28th Michigan Infantry. Thank you for your service. You don't see too much as far as Michigan in here. Interesting that somebody that was in the Michigan Infantry is buried in Illinois. Sometimes I'll see Indiana, but rare to see Michigan. This is a great marker here. The eagle, it says US on it. William Markham, 1891 to 1925, assuming he possibly World War I, my assumption. Could be wrong. I wanted to check out the Chilvers marker here of Elizabeth, wife of Robert Childers. She died 1880. But this is a marble monument, which is rare in these small cemeteries. Robert Childers, 1896. Very nice marble monument. The finial's missing, however, and that is right here on the ground. Okay guys, thank you for joining me today. This is a great little cemetery, nice pioneer cemetery. These are the types of cemeteries that I look for, and it's great to see this one kept up and in really nice condition. So thank you for joining me today, and until next time, keep exploring.